Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel, Hairliciously. If you guys are new to this channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you guys are going to be updated on the latest hair loss treatments, hair transplant tips, my minoxidil beard growth journey, and also tips on microneedling / derma rolling for hair growth. If you guys haven't noticed, I did shave my beard and my mustache. And the reason for that is because no, I did not stop my beard growth journey. Actually, what happened was I actually developed some type of pimple right next to my mouth, and I just had to cut everything down. And then what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to have to wait a little bit until it heals up, and then I can actually go ahead and start my journey again. I think the liquid version of minoxidil is really irritating my skin. And it really does make your skin dry. That's actually one of the side effects of minoxidil. So I was actually thinking of switching over to the foam version. I guess I didn't have any side effects or anything similar to this when I applied it on the scalp, but for some reason around the mouth area, I don't know if you guys can see right here, I did put on some Neosporin, but it's cracking and it kind of hurts. So that's the reason why I shaved it. No, I'm not going to stop my minoxidil beard growth journey. When I did get my hair cut, the hairstylist did end up shaving my sideburns, and that's why you guys won't see any hairs on the side. But I am still applying minoxidil. I'm going to switch over to the foam version, like I said, so make sure to stay tuned for that. So as you guys know, I've covered countless videos on derma rolling and microneedling's efficacy when it comes to treating hair loss. There's countless number of users who have seen tremendous results by using various microneedling devices, and this is why I love talking about microneedling. I did a full video of just showing before and after photos, and a lot of them were just crazy hair growth. Now, microneedling the scalp works by stimulating blood flow through the wound regeneration mechanism. It also increases the availability of cell nutrients. It also releases vascular endothelial factors and up-regulating fibroblast growth factors. There's been so many people who have seen great results when used in conjunction with minoxidil 5% or PRP. However, there are 5 things you guys have to avoid when you either use a derma roller or microneedling device. So let's go and get started. So number 1, many people think that harder intensity when microneedling on the scalp is going to result in better hair growth. Oftentimes, users associate this with blood, which is completely untrue. Now, it's true that there really is no proven way as far as the intensity on microneedling or derma rolling. You should microneedle or derma roll with moderate pressure, because doing it too forcefully is not only going to irritate your scalp, but it's also going to increase the redness, and it's also going to result in a prolonged recovery time. I did talk about Dr. Durat's 2015 study on microneedling with minoxidil. But what happened was users who were in that study were using microneedling or derma rolling until mild erythema was noted. Erythema is just redness on the scalp, and the patients who were using the 1.5 millimeter derma rollers in conjunction with minoxidil did not see any bleeding. So there is no need for you guys to go ahead and cause extra trauma on the scalp by microneedling with too much pressure. This also doesn't mean that you guys would only just have to just barely rub across it. Just go ahead and apply moderate pressure until you guys see redness, and that should be good enough. Number 2, avoid applying topicals on the scalp right after microneedling or derma rolling. So this also means avoid applying minoxidil right after you guys microneedle. It is highly recommended that you guys apply minoxidil after 24 hours, because if you do it right after, chances are minoxidil is obviously going to be easily pass through your skin barrier in greater quantities and enter into your bloodstream. And while this can obviously increase the potency of minoxidil into the scalp, you guys are also going to raise the chances of seeing side effects from minoxidil. Minoxidil side effects can include things like dizziness, drowsiness, headaches, swelling, irregular heartbeats, that's actually one of the common ones, and even blurred vision. This also applies to other topicals or even shampoos that contain toxic ingredients such as parabens, sulfates, and other things that are known to irritate the scalp. Also, I would highly advise you guys from exercising right after microneedling or derma rolling, just because all the sweat can also go into the wounds, and that can also cause inflammation or things like that. Number 3, make sure to replace your derma rollers or microneedling devices or cartridges from time to time. This obviously depends on the frequency or how regular you guys use it, but a good rule of thumb is to replace the needle cartridges after every 3 to 4 uses. Now, replacing the needle cartridges every time you guys use it is highly recommended. just so that you guys can avoid the possibility of any type of infection. But we all know that these things do get pricey, and from my experience, there's no real reason for you guys to go ahead and change it out every time when you can go ahead and thoroughly sanitize it. And as far as the derma roller, I would advise changing it out every 2 to 3 months, especially if you guys are using it on a weekly basis about 2 to 3 times. And before each use, make sure to examine your derma roller and micro needling cartridges for any signs of bent needles. You don't want to end up micro needling using bent needles on your scalp because it's going to go ahead and cause damage to your skin. If you do want a longer lasting derma roller, you can always opt for the titanium needles as they are more durable than the medical grade stainless steel. The ones that I have been using are the stainless steel for the Dr. Pen. I actually found out that they actually do have the titanium needles. Number 4, make sure to sanitize your derma roller or micro needling device with alcohol before and after every use. Don't be lazy and don't just start micro needling as soon as you grab your device or your roller. You want to make sure to avoid any possibility of infection and germs from entering into your scalp. Now, I did a video on this, but the best way to go ahead and get rid of all the micro germs is to get some 70% isopropyl alcohol, submerge your roller and the needle cartridges for at least 10 minutes before you guys take it out, let it dry. Avoid running it through water as this can also pick up on bacteria, and we all know that tap water is far from sterile. Number 5, avoid micro needling or dermal rolling on areas on the scalp that has open rashes, inflammation, acne, warts, and pimples. The reason for this, for example, if you guys were to micro needle over a pimple or directly into a pimple that has pus, you guys are spreading all of this bacteria and triggering a breakout on your scalp. Remember the saying not to pop your pimples since it can cause an infection, since the bacteria can enter into the wound? Well, imagine creating thousands and thousands of micro wounds and allowing the bacteria to enter. This would definitely be counterproductive in regrowing hair. So if you guys do have acne, or if you guys have, pimples or something, go ahead and go around it. Don't go over it, popping it, and then spreading all of the bacteria all over your scalp. Now, number 6 is kind of like a bonus. It's pretty self-explanatory. Don't share your micro needling devices with anybody. You don't want to transmit diseases to each other. Derma rollers and micro needling devices are not that expensive, and there is no reason for you to be sharing with your roommate, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, whoever. Obviously you guys don't see doctors sharing needles or anything like that in hospitals, so please do not share your derma roller or micro needling devices with anybody other than yourself. These things can easily transmit diseases. Some people that do end up using micro needling bleed, so anytime blood is transmitted, there's a high risk of transmitting certain diseases. So anyway guys, if used properly, micro needling and derma rolling is a great tool to add for those who are suffering from hair loss. You guys can check out my website at HAIRLICIOUSLY.com for some derma rollers and micro needling devices that I use to regrow hair on thinning areas. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and also thank you so much for all of your requests on videos. There's been a lot of comments that you guys have been asking me on various topics to cover, and it's very helpful because there's so many things when it comes to hair loss and hair transplants and upcoming hair news that I can't keep track of all of these. So thank you very much. Keep all of the ideas coming, and if you guys have any questions, you guys can also contact me via email, hairliciously@gmail.com, or you can throw me some comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.